I'm gonna be king of the pirates. Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian and today I'm revisiting Ragavan, Nimble, Pilferer. That's right, the monkey that I got to reveal from Modern Horizons is one of the scariest one-drops of all time. Ragavan is able to enter, steal your opponent's cards, and make treasures all on the same turn. It's mono-red aggro at its finest, giving you card advantage and ramp on a one-drop? Yeah, on a one-drop. Ragavan is correctly a very high matching commander because he's hard to deal with, and he can pack a ton of cheap removal so he can clear the way to swing in, deal damage, and steal more cards. In this deck, I'm running a lot of mono-red aggro staples, whether they're things that help me go wide or increase my damage or just protect my commander and the things around it. Ragavan is well supported by all the other red things that we can play. And if Ragavan's too expensive to recast, that's just fine because we have other red goodies that we can swing in with, doubling up our damage, hitting our opponents, making more treasures, or even doubling the mana from treasures with Ragavan. I also run Ragavan, this won't surprise anybody, as a commander, as in paper EDH. And the decks are completely different. If you're used to, well, maybe a crime focus or trying to storm out, no, in this format, Ragavan's all about protecting the commander and removing your opponent's threats. We have so many different lightning bolts in this deck, it's kind of crazy. So let's take a Ragavan into the queue and see what monkey business we can get up to. This video and my channel are sponsored by TCGplayer.com. You can use code Amazonian at checkout to help support my channel, and you can use TCG Player to buy and sell singles and sealed product. I actually recently sold a couple of my older cards that I had found out were worth a couple bucks and used them to upgrade my Ragavan deck. Then when I got mail from TCG Player and I opened it up, I was very disappointed to find out that the cards were actually the One Piece cards that my partner had ordered on my account a few days before, and I was really looking forward to playing my updated Ragavan deck, but I had to wait, oh no, like 2 more days for that order to come through. But at least we got our new One Piece cards because you can use TCG Player to order One Piece, Riftbound, Magic, Pokemon. Pretty much every single major card game is sold on TCGplayer.com. So be sure to check it out and use code Amazonian to help support the channel. Nicol Bolas Dragon God. It's Grixis Control, complete with board wipes, counter spells, discard spells, kill spells, everything in the middle. I have a turn 1 monkey into a turn 2 robber, and that's all I want. Ook and ook. Are you going to kill my Ragavan? Yeah, I mean, probably. I feel like that's the thing you do. You mulligan so you have removal for Ragavan because your deck has a ton of kill spells in it. One crypt. Oh, they've already paid so much life. And Chain Lightning. You know, use that up now before I untap with some mana. That's smart. I'll go for Robber of the Rich. Exiling the top card of your deck. I'll be able to cast that whenever I attack with a rogue, and I have one other rogue, I think, in the deck. Ooh, Fable? Wait, that's a good card. I want that. I need a land. Land? Land for Amy. That's a land. Perfect. Okay. I'll swing in with the robber. I will not swing in with the robber. Monkey. Unfortunately, a lot of my removal can't hit planeswalkers. You also would like a Ragavan? Oh, that's cool. I'll light yours on fire. Because it deals 3 damage to your face. And we steal Kolaghan's Command. I will use this over playing Lightning Greaves. I am going to make them discard and return the Robber of the Rich. Because as I said before, I want this card. It's good. Me up, you down. The One Ring does get them protection. The Mox Amber. I don't need to deal damage to get stuff. Seriously, I don't. Robber of the Rich, remember how I attacked before when their hand was emptier, and I got that. Yay, Fable! Pop. I'm not running Suplex, I'm just running a Braid. Ragavan's a ragamuffin. Yeah. They do have the mana to cast Nicol Bolas here, but they're like, that's not what I want. Narset will stop me from drawing additional cards, which means I do not want to discard off of this. All right, I am reminding myself I do not want to discard. It doesn't, and I cannot discard. I will not get to draw additional cards. Oh, whoops. I accidentally clicked directly through. That's fine. I will simply ignore her. I meant to gold span and Embercleave for a potential lethal here. And I didn't. And that's okay. Don't mind me. What are you tooting for? What are you tooting for? You rootin' tootin' planeswalker, you. Besiege the mirror. Ah, so they can use this to draw and then turn it into a board wipe. Always a good plan. You have triple black for it? Yes, they do. Are there a lot of planeswalkers? Typically, the more board wipes they have, the more planeswalkers they have. Because the planeswalkers don't die to board wipes. Ooh, and a dark ritual! What an extra treat! Now, Tasha coming down here would make it a lot harder for me to deal damage. But I don't think it would save them. It might look like it would save them. It don't. It don't. I'm sorry, I clicked through my first domain because I got a double click when I was clicking decline on the discard or discard 0. It happens. So they still have 2 mana up. They're going to get to cast a spell that costs 4 or less for free. Damnation! Damn. Okay, what are you doing though with these? Asking for a friend. I'm just gonna stick some boots on here in case you have a kill spell. Okay, cool. Twin Flame Tyrant? What if there were 2 Twin Flame Tyrants? It was worth a shot. That would have been so awesome, and then I could move the boots onto the original. So sick. Okay, Tasha is going to make my creatures smaller. But Goldspan don't care. Oops. I want to make 2 gold spans. I do not need the boots on the original. I'll scooch those. I have 2 attackers. Yes, they shrink. Oh, they're going to consign to memory me getting the mana. That actually does make a difference for me. Scooch this back onto you. Means I can't Embercleave. Or, I don't know, follow up with a Gary Zev. Giga Brainstorm. You're down to 2. I hope all you have are shocklands. Let them die to shock and awe. They could minus Tasha. They're not going to, but they could. Here's Bolas. He's just gonna be taking out a little dragon. Tasha pluses to reduce the damage.
Give it your best shot, adventurers.
Carry Zev. Boop. And we're full on friendship. Ragavan is not actually declared as an attacker at any point. He just shows up craving violence. Oh, and also he has a number cleave. Oh, ah! GG, Bolus. Grizzlebrand, the Dark Confident. I like that. Grizzlebrand is a very cool commander because he's banned in Commander. But that's in part because you have 40 life. You only have 25 to play with here, so they're going to be ramping up into Grizzlebrand, playing things that gain you life when you draw cards like, well, Sholdred. And, they took out my Fear of Missing Out. I was gonna use that to drop the Blood Moon because we're against a mono black deck. It might still be useful. It stops the coffers. Hey, or a Stronghold. We don't actually have coffers here. Do I just want to Dire Fleet at end of turn? I do. So I'm going to swing in with Ragavan, see what I steal. And like any proper criminal, crime is always what we do. Scraps, check this out. They've got cards in their hand. Okay, none of them cost 3 or less. There is Extinction Event, that's a board wipe. Ulamog, big mana, and Blood on the Snow. That is another board wipe that also can reanimate. Did I just go for damage? I guess I just go for damage here. Nothing for me to ping with the Hellkite. We swing in. And I exiled another swamp. Dang it, Ragavan! Stop trying to steal land. Scraps, you're my favorite little monkey pirate, aren't you? Chainer's Edict. I guess I will drop the Darfleet Daredevil. And I guess I will win the game. That's how a lot of games go with Ragavan. If I get a decent start, they will leave before I get too far. In fact, a lot of this video is not going into the video because it's just not that interesting. Sure, I'll win, but did I do much? No, I wanted to do crime. Brawl, Monsoon Mage. A bit of a storm commander because he discounts your spells and might be hurting you as you cast them, but also could be building up loyalty for his flip side, which gets you roll Leyline Prodigy. Ooh, I get to go first. I'm gonna guess, I haven't checked yet, my on-play win percentage is probably a lot better from my on-draw. I should check that now. Oh, an Otta! Why I oughta steal the top card of your deck. It's Circle Tutor. I'm gonna be real with you, Roll. I have no idea what I would get, so I'm not gonna get anything. You wouldn't cast a free tutor? Nah, I'd rather cast the thing that stops the blue side of their deck from being as blue. Boomadang basics! Hey, wait, that's what they do in Standard. So they boomerang the Storm Chaser talent back into their hand, and now there's another Otter, and the Otter is being lit on fire. People are always just lighting Otters on fire, it's crazy. Sephiroth in chat saying, okay, boomer. Yeah, he loves to just ping you to death, because if you get a Tails on Roll, it's part of how Roll had his spark. Roll genuinely sparked because he had a really bad day. He got stabbed, he got cheated on. It's just a whole cacophony of stuff not going well for this guy. Robert. Get him. Steal something cool. Ren's Resolve. Huh, I might actually cast that. Or I could get... No, I should probably Ren's Resolve. But it could be anything! It it could be a 1 in 3 chance of me discarding the card that I wanted. They're down to 6 life. I'll be naming Pirate on Cavern of Souls. Hashtag Yoho, hashtag Yarhar. Hashtag the One Piece is real. Yes, they've been trying to set up for a storm, but I've just been so aggressively taking out these pieces. Pirate. Guess I just attack in. This is one of those things where I'm trying to decide if I want to Fury this out of the way. I'll try it. A redirect effect would be really brutal. But I'm gonna try it. I should go for lethal if I potentially have it. Crimson Wisps. They gave it haste. They beefed it up. They did not draw something useful, and we swing in for lethal. Oh, but first, crime? Okay. But second, crime? Oh no, they die first. Dang it. Oh, and since I mentioned it, I currently have a 100% win rate on the play with this version of the deck. Oh, and 60% win rate overall. Not bad. Makes sense. Sithis Harvest's Hand. I've got a little removal. Maybe I can redirect removal from an O-Ring effect. Screaming Nemesis to try and stop that pesky life gain, because they are going to be gaining life and drawing cards with every single enchantment cast. This is sorcery speed, so I'm going to bring out Ragavan here. Go, Ragavan! I don't know if they're going to play Sithis this turn. Okay, Exploration, and then they did not follow up with another land. That's... I don't know, questionable, right? I want it. That's mine. That's mine. This is mine. This is... I want this. I will attack with my non-toy creatures. I actually do have a toy creature in this deck. Yeah, be a doll and let me have that room. A ghostly prison! That is a terrible thing for me to have to deal with. I do not want to have to pay for my attackers. But I will, because I don't have a choice. Hey, Mana Tithe. What's good, man? Esper Sentinel. About to be taxing things up. Ethereal Armor? Interesting. I'm going to pay 5 life and give Ragavan Ethereal Armor. Very good. I like it. Ragavan, and I'll pay 2. Didn't get nothing there. They'll just take out the Esper Sentinel. Even though I think that makes this smaller, right? Oh no, it's only each enchantment, not artifact and enchantment. I'm thinking of all the glitters. Lush Portico. Surveilling, keeping on the top. Here comes Sithis. Increasing the size of Ragavan. What a weird game this is. I guess I just attack in because of that tax. They're chump blocking. I'm gonna play the Sword of Fire and Ice. Sphere of Safety. I now have to pay 5 mana to attack. No, 6 mana to attack with 1 creature. Yeah, those prison effects are pretty brutal against me. Well, I'll pay 6. This is a cool Boros brew. Thanks. I'm very well defended thanks to Toy. Red does not know how to deal with enchantments. Red just can't. This is how we deal with enchantments, by dealing direct damage through other means. Now I have to pay 7 mana to attack with Ragavan? It's like I got the ramen up. Got the run 'em ups. I like that the more enchantments they play, the harder it is for me to attack, but the bigger Ragavan gets. Yeah, I think against almost every aggro deck, when I play Sphere of Safety in like my Yuna deck, it's just like, hey, the game's over. Unless you can get rid of this, it's just gonna sit there. This does not give trample because it is the digital version. Boo! 8. I have to use up my treasure for that. Eventually I'll get to the point where I can, like, bolt my own Screaming Nemesis. Yeah, like this. Okay. I think this will actually be a big difference maker. Because they need to gain life, I feel, to get out of this. So yes, I'm going to ping my Screaming Nemesis to hit them for 1, so they can't gain life. And then I'll play the Nova Hellkite, just to kill Birds of Paradise, since I can't attack with it anyway. Yeah, I can't pay! Yeah, in a Layla. I recently put out an Layla brew. This is huge. So Hallowed Haunting is going to start giving their creatures a little bit of flying, a little bit of vigilance, and spitting out spirits. Free blockers with every enchantment cast. And also Shroud and a Tutor. It's gonna be real good for them. If only you still gave trample, silly dang nerf. Alright, so I can deal 4 damage by flame slashing this, but I pretty much want to make sure that if I'm hitting this, it's gonna end the game. How many mountains do I have? Okay, wait, actually, because I have 2 more damage here. It would mean I would only need 1 more. Is Screaming not banned in Brawl? It's not even banned in Historic Brawl. Yeah, is Screaming not banned? Ah. Bing bong. Let's do it. Go to their face. I can't attack with anything. Now I just need a lightning bolt. Of which there are many. So test and training will give them trample. Follow that up with an all that glitters. I love that Ragavan is still just like working out at the gym. is this lethal? Not quite. Wait, can I block this instead? Because that's 17. Sure. Okay. So if I had blocked the thing with trample, then all of that would have gone through there. All right. It's a mountain, but that is only mountain 4. I cannot attack with anything. Thanks to, you know. Yeah, what can I do? I don't think I can do anything. I think we're gonna lose. Because I literally can't afford to attack. One more mountain would have gotten me there. Just one more. The pirate monkey could not pay his taxes. Not after stealing their treasures. The Revi Imperial Tactician. I'm going to be tapping my stuff and never paying a ding-dang mana cost. This Blood Moon will probably be just aces against them. And it probably means that I'm naming, like, monkey, pirate, or human. So I can just use it early and then get it in play once I get to 3 mana. Let's go for monkey. Turn 1. Go, my monkey. Uncounterable. It resolves. Does it get exiled? Does it get bounced? Does it have its abilities removed? Derevi, it's up to you. They'll surveil. Ooh, Commander's Blade could be real fun against them. But of course I want to crime. And crime I shall do. Oh, they're gonna path Ragavan. Really, you're gonna give me mana? Thank you. How convenient that soon you will only have red mana. Your favorite color of mana. Bant colored deck. Yeah, this is a Bant tempo commander. It's good if you're swarming in the air as well, since you get to untap things with Derevi and the other creatures you got. An Enduring Vitality. That's going to give them access to mana, even though these aren't here. Which means I may... Yeah, I like this. I'm gonna go Nova Hellkite, pinging the Enduring Vitality to discourage a block. This doesn't tap for mana when it's in enchantment mode. I've gotten them down to 17, and that makes me feel better about trying to land the Blood Moon. Now, remember, they can play this at instant speed. It's not actually cast. It just gets put into play and it untaps, which means that they can still hold up counter magic and have their Derevi just a chillin'. Ooh, basic. How dare you? Basic in this economy? Oh, they're actually casting Derevi. Let them untap. Are you going to cast a second spell this turn? Is that the plan here? Let me try to get that Blood Moon down. I don't know if you have like a color you really want here. They paid a life. They're floating mana. I will go to second main. Are they going to bounce it? Cyclonic Rift. Stadium Headliner. This is a maybe card in the deck for me. I do like it. Derevi has Pseudo Vigilance. You swing in, and then it can untap itself. Look at you losing all that life. Stonks. Or if they went for a land, maybe a basic. Nope, a command tower. And Llanowar Elves. Yeah, they're making it so they'll have some extra mana here. And I will have a, once again, Blood Moon. Great. Till the end of my next turn, right? I'm just gonna go for the kill Llanowar Elves here. Solid play. Always and forever. So now they have a white mana and a mana of any color, thanks to the Enduring Vitality. Oh no, but the white mana allows them to play Loran and smash my Blood Moon. In positive news, the only, like, card advantage they have is the fact that, like, Derevi is so easy to just put into play, put back, put into play, put back. How about Nova Hellkite? I will swing in here. But remember, Derevi is so easy to block with, they could actually block with Derevi and immediately replay it. Because of that ding-dang ability. I'm kind of surprised they didn't. They also cast it the first time around, which is always unusual. All right, Supreme Verdict. I got my Commander's Plate in play for a bit of protection. Oh, hey, Gut. Oh, Felden. I know you got something. I know you got something. What is it? Force of Will. Yeah, you just don't want to take any hits, huh? All right, Ambergris, get in there. Freeze him up. I'm not discarding this. That is a gut. I hate those dang tax evaders. So they can actually tap down Ambergris before I'm able to attack here. With the power of Derevi. Ooh, Monstrous Rage. That's actually the first time I have drawn that in any of my games here. Good. Ragavan. You're in Top Deck City, Derevi. What do you got? You already used Cyclonic Rift? What did they drop the Force of Will? Oh, Image. They're getting rid of Gut. I'll gain 2 life. They're swinging in, which allows them to, again, untap. But I think we're good here. Do I feel like using the plate? I'd rather use the Tyrant. And then I will use the Monstrous Rage, throw it onto Monkey. I should have manually tapped so it would use the Cavern of Souls. Uh, 2, 3. It makes you manually double tap that? Okay, sure. And that's lethal. Because our damage is doubled. And double damage is double good. Terra Magical Adept. Terra is going to be reanimating things, or going for an enchantment combo, making clones of her backside that clone her backside that clone her backside until the board is filled with hasty flying 6/6 clones. You just have to get non-legendary clones for it. With this Sundering Eruption in hand and only one other land, I'm probably going to be leading with this because our opponent is playing a 5-color deck, which means they have access to everything. Whether it's Thought Seizes or Lightning Bolts, Swords of Plowshares, they can run it. Oh, what's good, Mom? What's up? Let's go ahead and, ooh, Searing Blood. Yeah, it uses my mana a little better. Gotta get rid of her before she can tap and give protection. And we'll swing in with Ragavan. Dealing a damage, sorry, 2 damage, getting a, oh, Primeval Titan out of their deck. I'm down. They're fetching. The Gories of playing against a 5-color deck. And Ripples of Undeath. That is an enchantment that will fill their graveyard and potentially giving them card advantage, but it's going to hurt if they want it. I want to get damage in where I can, so I'm going to go for Kraza with haste. This also stops counter spells and ability counters. A Dragon Typhoon. Cool, all right. I'm ramping. Thank you, Ragavan. Thank you, Rampavan. So they're down to 11. Unless they are desperate for one of these cards, I don't think they're grabbing it. Oh my goodness, they are paying a mana and 3 life to ramp, and you're shy. Okay, I think this is them giving up. I'm gonna lightning bolt their face, and they're going to die. Ragavan, Nimble, Pilferer. They are going to do the same thing as me, which is play Ragavan, and then try to hit me with Ragavan. Also, kill Ragavan. Yup, truly a fun and thrilling battle between the same little guy. It's a monkey mirror. It always is. Always is. Ooh, with a Mox Amber, though, they're easily able to get ahead on turn 1 by playing the Ragavan and following up with some burn. Or not following up with some burn. Maybe they have a redirect spell? I don't know. I'll try to kill Ragavan. It works. That's really good for me. I'll swing in, deal 2, steal a card, maybe. Embercleave! Can't use it this turn. Stadium Headliner I can use to kill Ragavan again. And if I manage to get some spells cast at me, I can cast them back at them with the Direfleet Daredevil. Okay, I'll swing in. Elrad! They give it the 45-month resub. Lightning Strike! They take out Ragavan. I think I'll play Ragavan again. Behold, Ragavan. Ragavaniel into chat. Hey, I revealed this card. It's special to me. My favorite little crime-doing buddy. Three mana. If they play Ragavan, they have access to a 4th. Who here's a Ragafan of Ragavan? Yeah! Oh, Direfleet Daredevil will allow them to recast Flame Slash from my graveyard and kill Ragavan. Gotta get this sword out here. Oh no! Guess who's going to do approximately the same thing to you? Too bad that's a lightning strike. You're such a joker. I gotta get somebody that sick. My Ragavan now costs 5. Yeah, their secret. Draw their Lightning Strike before their Lightning Bolt, so I have worse removal. Oh, they're also going pro-red. I want to draw a card. I'd say running a pro-red sword in your deck is a very good idea. Hilda. And I like this one because it gives me card advantage and can kill enemy Ragavans. Even though blue is more like just trying to touch my stuff. Green is much better at blocking. So I see why like Sword of Mountain Dew and Doritos is also a good pick. Hamburger! Ooh, are you like a Ragavan Storm? All right, so we each have protection from each other. But Rahilda has an on-hit ability, so I'm swapping the sword over to her. Chain lightning. Pirate. I also have a pirate in hand that I can use to recast that. Yeah, I'm just gonna finish this game off with a bit of burn. Unless you, I don't know, shadow spear me here. I can't block. 2 cards go into exile. Selden and Robber. I'm running those cards too, for very good reasons. I didn't know I was gonna steal a big old bolt. Could have swung with the Stadium Headliner to get into damage. Oh, they're a stormin'! Okay, yeah, we burned them for, like, I have... Between the Dire Fleet, the Lightning Bolt, the Electric Staff, we have, like, 9 direct damage available. Nice. Atraxa Grand Unifier. The hardest thing about this is that it is a 7/7 with lifelink. It also, you know, has a bunch of other stuff going on and refills your hand and gives you access to 4 of the 5 possible colors. If I happen to get a Commander's Plate, cool, I can protect myself. And if I don't, well, that's just how it is. Turn 1, I will play Ragavan. I will always try to get the Ragavan down and at their face. Could it be removed? Yeah, absolutely. They have 4 different colors of potential removal, but instead, Fogchamp. Let me see what I can get. Ragavan finds a treasure. I'm going to play Kari Zev here because I have something very fun I can do next turn involving Gut and Kari Zev and Ragavan. If I can get that to go. Which, it would be awesome. Let's see if it does. This could be a kill spell. It could be a counter spell. Gut is definitely the biggest threat of these 3. They're going to bounce Gut back into my hand. And so I'm just swinging in with, oh, you know, 5 damage and stealing a top spell of their deck. What do you got? Avatar's Wrath. Hey, I'm happy to see a Wrath gone. Squelcher? Nah, Rahilda. If you don't cast a spell during your turn, it's gonna become nighttime and she's gonna get double strike. Yeah, this Atraxa for a long time was a bit of a scourge of the queue because it was matching fairly low. When it was introduced, this and Itali did not match against the strong, scary commanders, which meant that everyone had to play against them, and the multicolored good stuff, or just the ramp into many good spells with a huge body attached, it's a very solid strategy. And like, sometimes aggro decks like mine can get in under it, but it's tough. Are you gonna ephemerate it? Ooh, so why just gain 3 life when you can gain 6? They're using ephemerate here. They're probably not going to have something else to flicker, but we'll see. Here's Gut. No guts, no glory. We are ordering it like this. You don't need to target for Gut, so I'm going to turn the Ragavan token into a skeleton. Ragavan, those are your bones. You love your bones. You brought them from home. I guess I'll play the stolen Avacyn's Pilgrim. I can play any color of mana since that was stolen with Rahilda. And Ephemerate has nothing to blink, so it just stays in exile. No legal targets. Could be a board wipe. There's many of them available. They do have double white. They also have black in case it's a, you know, a life pain one. They're saying lands, am I right? You have 5 lands. It is now nighttime. And I'm going to say that sure, you could have an Aetherize, but I'm going to hope that you don't. So I'm going to swing in with you and you and you and you. And actually, you stay back because I don't need you to attack in. Same thing as before. We're going to turn the Ragavan into the skeleton. Hey, look at that! Solitude! That's something they could have ephemerated. Oh, but they would have needed the target, I guess, ahead of time. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's any way to do the timing for that. Yes, settle. Like, there's a reason I didn't attack with everything. Okay, there's a dark ritual. I am going to spike my own Ragavan so they don't gain life. What do I get? Awaken the Honored Dead. I'll take it. I also have a dark ritual. I don't know what I'd even do with a dark ritual. I don't need mana. I don't know what I'm doing. Good game. And they kill themselves with a fetch. GG. Emery, Lurker of the Loch, going to be doing Paradox Engine combos, manipulating your artifacts to bring them back from the graveyard over and over and over. Thankfully, I have some counterspell prevention because they are a blue deck, and I have a way to kill this. Unfortunately, Emery usually only costs 1 mana, so it's very easy for them to just bring her back. I am going to play this, naming Pirate. Yar. There be a few pirates in me deck. Interesting. Seems like something was holding priority here, and it wouldn't be this, because that's a sorcery speed ability. Hi, Emery. Candy Trail. Here comes Emery. T-Mills. Oh, that's a good recurable artifact. So we're going to take this spell and shove it. This could get countered. Force of Will! I'll swing in. And, FOMO Kraza. Let's go, FOMO. Drop the mountain. Fairy, you say? Alright. Hey, I don't need this. What I need is to stop you from ever getting value off of Emery. Perfect. Your Sai, who's going to spit out Thopters. He can block. I'm going to use this to give haste. Just to get some damage through here. Fear's missing out. Almost has hit Delirium. I currently have creature, land, sorcery. Tons of instants in my deck. Hopefully I'll find one. I'm being asked, do I think Gemstone Caverns should be in every Brawl deck? Not every, but many. I think if you are a mono-colored deck, absolutely. It's such a low opportunity cost if you are, like, not going to be punished greatly by it being there. Okay, I want to do this pre-combat because then FOMO will trigger. The question, though, is do I feel like blasting Emery, going for Sai? I'll kill Emery again. It's fun. Fun, free, and easy. That is why I didn't target this with the extra. Nice. All right, what do we get, Ragavan? Come on. It's a land again. That's a problem. Dear friend Ragavan, cut that out. I got some life gains set up. Sokanzon does let me spit out 2 1/1s. Let's go FOMO carry. On the second one, they're able to block with Psy. The 1/1. Yeah, kind of like how in a mono blue deck, putting in things like Force of Will is unfortunately fun, free, and easy. I wish we didn't have the glut of free spells. Like, I played one. I played Fury. The only 6-cost spell in my deck does not actually get cast for 6 mana, so I'm just going to channel Sokanzon, get a couple little guys here. Hey, Squee. Yep. Untapping Squee because he has an on-attack trigger. Yeah, it's Embercleave. Oh no, Ragavan died. Good job, Squee. I feel like I could hold the Ragavan for next turn. Murata is now able to cast certain artifacts just by tapping. Stop gaining life! Stop making blockers! Alright, where's my deal 4 damage spells? Got a bunch of them in the deck. Where are you? Once again, Emery. It'd be nice if she had, like, a meaningful tax. But the affinity for artifacts means no, she doesn't. Alright, swinging with everything again. Yeah, we'll dash. If they have a 2-mana artifact, that's rough. But since they have Inventor's Fair right now, we're not in a hot spot. Come on, just let me do crime! Lands, am I right? It happens. This deck only has like 35 lands in it, though. Yeah, the problem here is that Aetherflux has been kind of sustaining them while I'm trying to deal some ding-dang damage. And next turn, because Emery will be alive, they are going to be gaining life. They're going to be filling up the board. They're going to continue to get more blockers. What I need is one of my flying dragons. That would be so nice. Buried Ruined, a nice one-off backup to Emery. And Emery's going to grab the Drix Interlacer. This is purely card draw over time. And, oh wait, your intensity is... It's perpetual. So even though it was sacrificed already, they can use it again. Oh, that's terrifying. I hate it. Yeah, I want my Glory Bringer so I can just, like, light Psy on fire. Such ingenuity. They do it again. Stop going wide. Giuseppe might be nice. Continuing with the attack with everything planned, but Ragavan is staying back this time, untapping Squee. Kind of expecting a double block on Squee. They're not double blocking Squee. Okay. Again, going in. And I am going to try kill Sai here. An offer I can't refuse. I wish I could refuse it. That'd be great. While I still have mana, I will exile. I have to try to maintain 2, 3. Ooh, I don't have any more doubles. What am I most likely to get back in the graveyard? Probably an instant or a creature. I'm gonna take all the creatures out of my graveyard. That is going to get rid of Delirium. But use my mana while I got it. They are back up to 8. Here I tried to make an impact. Inventor's Fair, because Marauda is at 5. They're going to grab Paradox Engine. Marauda will cheat it into play. And because Emery has a 1-mana card-drawing thing in the graveyard and a mana rock that taps for 1, they now have infinite card draw, infinite life gain, and will be able to kill me with Aether Flux. And that's just how the cookie crumbles. I did what I could. Ragavan, Nimble, Pilferer. They're going first. But I have this Mox Amber to try and go a little quicker. Oh, those are cute sleeves. I don't have removal for him on turn 1, though, outside of the Fury. Do I still go for it? I think I do. I am going to drop the Generous Plunderer. That sinks to 2 for 1 for the Ragavan, but I think it's the right move there, since I can't get a better blocker than my own Ragavan. I'll go to play mine, and they'll probably kill it. Inti! Ooh, that's a fun one. I will go to remove Inti, because I really want Ragavan to go through. This is one of my best pieces of card advantage, my commander. Oh! Flying monkey? Ragavan has been gifted the power of flight. That's a great, like, evasive ad. I like it. I like it. See, when I play against another Ragavan, I get to be inspired, which is great. Everybody, yeah, flying monkeys. Very Wizards of Oz. Trumpeting Carnosaur, they're going to discard and bop him. I can play him again. I could technically dash him. I think I'm going to go for that. I could also just, like, haste with the Arena. I think I'd rather haste with the Arena of Glory, because that gives me enough mana to hold the Electrostatic Blast. Oh, a Runaway Steamkin. I'll play it. What can you do against my monkey and elemental? This thing was so cool back in the day, back when we were playing some mono red and standard. It's been a while. I will play the Nova Hellkite. Bop the Facebreaker, followed by the Electrostatic Blast to finish it off. Next time I play an instant or sorcery, I will get a little bit of card advantage. But it's only until the end of turn. Oh, Volt Surge. That only hits creatures of planeswalkers, right? Yeah. If I wanted to, I could use a treasure and just use it to bank up another mana on Runaway Steamkin, but I don't really want to. I'd rather just keep this. Sword of Fortune Frontier. Having a protection from red sword in the deck, I think, is really helpful. That would be 3. This is 4. I'm going to use the Steamkin mana. And the monkey is going to once again learn how to fly. Should have done those in the other order to use up less mana. They will go to 1. Reaches! He's also a monkey pirate. Okay, he's a goblin pirate, but the above ground goblins on Ixalan, they are monkey. Just like me. Just like all of us. They light up the stage. They're looking for something. Well, Soul Seer's not gonna cut it, especially because you can't afford to play it. And they lightning strike themselves to end the game. A lot of this was just my Ragavan hit first. Calyx, guided by fate, is going to be cloning enchantments. Now, my deck does not tend to do very well against Sithis, and I imagine it won't do that well against Calyx either, especially once you give him lifelink. Because there's a lot of different auras that you can play well in this deck in order to get, you know, not just Calyx cloning things, but other things getting cloned. Let's play Ragavan. Here he is. Ook, ook. Nice Adagio lets them clone enchantments even more. 1 green. Utopia Sprawl. Okay. What else we got? Nothing? I don't get to steal if I robber this turn. Towards the Plowshares on Ragavan. Fully understandable. I'll play Rahilda. We First Striker, who wants to do some crime. Yes, so Lesnia just hates these dang monkeys. 3 mana. Leaving open either green or white. Calyx gets a +1/+1 counter on himself. Oh, the audacity! Being a 6/4? How dare you? Anyway, I'm gonna play Broadside Bombardiers. I'm gonna swing in with both of these. So, are you blocking or not? I'm killing your Calyx either way. Yep. Mm-hmm. You have to block Rahilda. Well, actually, you don't, but you should. Bonk. Yeet it. They will get to draw a card off Audacity. Archon of Sons of Grace, a constellation ability that's going to make 2/2s with lifelink. Ah, man. Authority to Consoles is so rough for me. This makes me so sad. Like, either you or you. Yeah, I probably should have done that one, but... Gotta get rid of the lifelink. And Brotherhood's End just ain't quite enough to take it out. You like my opponent's Sir Ginger's sleeves? Yeah! She craves violence! Castle Embereth. Ooh, hold up. Blood Moon. Roberto. Swing in. Yeet that thing. Broadside Bombardiers, a card that should have never existed. It was printed directly into a commander set, and they added it for Cube into Arena, and for some reason made it legal in Brawl. Yeah, Bombardiers is a stupid card. Like, between this and Gut, it's like, what is happening with these goblins? So now they have a lot less red, or a lot less white and green, and they have a lot of red mana. Touch the Spirit Realms to exile that. That's completely fair. I kind of like just, like, playing Ragavan. Remember, I can't give it haste because, yeah. Yeah. I have a Redirect Lightning, though, in case they have more removal. I could technically redirect this to put the counter onto Ragavan. I'm not going to. I'm just saying I could. Twin Flame Tyrant. Okay, can this hit your own stuff? I know the channel can. Ooh, Tony! Tony lets you animate lands. Ah, man, Anointed Procession. So unfortunately, I do feel I need to block this. And now I have a very handy-dandy Brotherhood's End, with its damage increased against only my opponent's stuff. Hey, opponent. Listen. You scaly. And my stuff don't go. Stop making my stuff not go. I'm gonna gain another life. Whatever, I have my Redirect Lightning. Of course I'll pay 5 life. If you do anything to remove anything... Changing targets. It's nighttime. I'll just pay 2, I guess. As much as I want to pay 5 life. Oh, cool. Do we get there? Yeah! I might not be able to take down Sithis very easily, but I was able to take down 1 Calyx. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars, and thank you again to TCG Player for sponsoring this video and my stream. If you guys want to buy some singles and maybe make a Ragavan deck of your own, be sure to check out tcgplayer.com and use code Amazonian. They don't just have Magic cards, they also have, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, One Piece cards, and Riftbound cards. Pretty much whatever trading card game you're looking to collect, they got some singles for you. As for Ragavan, well, he did great. I've definitely had a much higher win rate on the play than on the draw, but overall winning lots of games and getting a lot of people to concede before the games are even over because they're just so darn tired of dealing with this monkey. But this monkey has a special place in my heart. Ragavan was a card I got to reveal, and that makes it special to me. Also, the fact that it does crime, makes tokens, and is just a little Ukin guy. Just look at him! He's so cute! He's gonna be king of the pirates, just like Monkey D. Luffy. And I think that this deck, if you want to play some high-powered Brawl, is a pretty good starting point. Is this going to be the optimal version of Ragavan? It's actually going to depend a lot on what you match into. I found that this version dealt with pretty much everything except for Sithis decks. That life gain is brutal. And y'all saw that crazy game where I was just trying to get through with the Screaming Nemesis. And Screaming Nemesis, by the way, awesome card. If you're dealing with too much life gain, and that's what's taking out your Ragavan, you can actually add more anti-life gain cards into this deck. Things like Ferocidon. There's a lot of different things that prevent life gain. If you're running into more 5-color soup, I mean, sure, you can definitely still have the Blood Moon, but why have Blood Moon when you can also have Winter Moon, move to more basic lands, and maybe add in that cat that deals damage based on the number of non-basic lands and also prevents life gain. There are a lot of different things that you can do to adjust this deck based on your matchmaking. But if you're like me, this deck will do just fine exactly the way it is. It's a really fun deck if you like mono red aggro and you like crime and you're me because you like to play the monkey. You can find my deck list in the description of the video. And if you'd like to suggest a commander for me to brew or update, please let me know in the comments. I got a request for Corvold and it made me realize, I don't think I've built Corvold since we got Historic Brawl, so maybe I'll get to do some of that. But first, I do have a bunch more of the Strixhaven cards that I would like to play with. So not just the alt arts, but some fancy new cards as well. I'll hopefully get some more videos out soon. Thank you all so much for watching and have a brawlful day.